Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo August 20th, 2022. Today's energies are excellent for making connections and further understanding a past complex problem. Money-making ideas or business plans can be brewing. You're likely to come up with new ways of approaching old problems, or you might stumble upon something that you can successfully recycle and add value to your life. This is a strong day for feeling self-assured and confident. Today, you instinctively know how to work for instead of against yourself. Connecting without pretenses is highly favored, especially on mental or intellectual levels. Are you willing to give them a second chance? Single or taken, today's Moon-Uranus trine will shake up your exotic ninth house of adventure, belief systems, and unknown territory, along with your sign. There's something about your belief systems that's in the midst of a significant transformation, which is why you're likely keeping to yourself at this time. This is especially true when considering the Moon's square to your celestial ruler, Venus, via your 12th house of closure, dreams, and all things behind the scenes. Have you been secretly contemplating next steps? A sweet trine between Mercury retrograde and Jupiter brings clarity. As your outlook changes, so does your professional journey. You may have a change of heart regarding an opportunity to further your professional development as the Sun in your sign trines Pluto retrograde in Gemini. The earthy trine allows for steady introspection, suggesting that you may have to take a step back to put yourself in a better position. Since Mercury retrograde in Virgo also sextiles Jupiter in Aries, you could feel like your luck is changing as your senses of value and security do. The pieces to your professional puzzle are slowly coming together. While the Sun's return to your income sector tomorrow will turn the solar spotlight onto your income situation, matters, and options, in his last full day on his own here and in retrograde motion, Mercury is encouraging you to pause. Due to spend the next few days aligned with the Sun before retrograding back out, Mercury offers a chance to first stay in the moment while giving you access to a smart head for money and 2020's hindsight. Your energy is quite infectious. In private, you finally get around to tackling projects you'd put off for a long time and your family is really pleased. Should you want to make some changes in the house or renovate it, this is an ideal time. Your ideas will be met with approval and others will be pleased to help out. Invite your friends, have a renovation party and spend time with your loved ones. A blast from the past, maybe an ex, is going to shake you up a bit today. It might be just a friendly email, or it might be a sighting out and about, but your heart is going to skip a beat. Give way to your feelings, get out and about, socialize and survey the scene. Your open-minded nature make this as an ideal opportunity to be adventurous, to discover new places and people. Don't allow yourself to be distracted from following your dreams, or you'll only be left feeling frustrated and uncertain. The celestial energy today is favorable, full of playfulness and vulnerability in the right relationships. You may not find you can express yourself in words, but today's aspect allows you to show your feelings through gesture and movement, hugs and kisses. To feel this energy ever more deeply, be sure to follow your exercise regimen. Don't skimp on the aerobic exercise. Sending oxygen to your muscles will make you feel warm and happy all over. If there has been anything on the home front that has been troubling you, the essence of today's vibration may well bring solutions you haven't thought of before. Perhaps a better system is needed, or maybe a different form of communication can help. Whatever the case, do some investigating into the problem. Someone, somewhere has undoubtedly encountered the same situation, and may have the answers in the form of a book or website. Our eyes in the sky. We're all likely to wake up feeling intuitively sharper and maybe even more creative than usual. But there could be a heavy emotional shift when the Moon conjoins Pluto, and we'll have to take care not to overreact to any overpowering feelings. The psychic embellishments from earlier will remain very prominent, but you'll have to be cautious not to let them affect you too much. Avoid having arguments centered around any jealousy you may feel. It could make someone feel unjustly guilty or intimidated. Also be very aware of any negative self-talk, because it could also lead to desperate actions you later come to regret. There could be power struggles or issues with others who want to dominate us. If you feel like someone is pushing you to make a decision you aren't ready to make, take a step back and reassert your boundaries. You don't have to rush through your emotions to satisfy someone else's whims. Any negative energy that's been hovering around you could hit twice as hard when the moon sextiles Neptune tonight. The energy could affect your sleep and make you feel exhausted. In the morning, the moon squares Chiron in Aries, forcing us to confront repressed anxieties. We are emotionally stoic under the Gemini moon, preferring to avoid conflict by busying ourselves with duties and responsibilities. There's a battle waging here between our inner elder and our inner child. We may be attempting to emulate the style of an older person in our youth who dismissed our creativity. And now, we are acting as the same gatekeeper for our wounded psyche. The best way to navigate these energies is to begin talking to ourselves in a new way, thereby acting as our protector instead of our worst critic. Following this, the Leo Sun trines Pluto in Gemini, helping us to tap our magic and personify self-esteem. By firmly standing our ground and advocating for our principles, we become authority figures in our own right. Subsequently, others treat us differently, affirming that we have all that we need within ourselves to embrace our agency. Relationships with superiors, bosses, and those in institutions should be farewell at this time. People in positions of power acknowledge our tenacity and dedication to excellence, helping us to rise further on the hierarchical totem pole. The cosmic weather is quiet today until afternoon, when the moon opposes Mercury in Virgo, provoking irrational thought. We are especially sensitive as the moon transits Pisces. Certain ideas make sense to us on a conceptual level that we have trouble expressing logically. But that won't stop us from trying. The problem is that when we attempt to communicate our sentiments, we polarize our feeling state and our intellect. This can lead to unease, confusion, or analysis paralysis, as we mix up facts and potential fiction. Our interactions with others get scrambled. We become frustrated that our conversation partner doesn't get what we're trying to say. We will be much better off processing our thoughts through a creative medium now. By sharing our feelings through music or writing, our ideas remain open to interpretation. Others can then connect with us emotionally by bearing witness instead of sharing a reciprocal dialogue. In the evening, the moon sextiles Uranus in Taurus, stimulating surprises. Too much weight today has been placed on trying to rationalize our circumstances. At this time, something happens to shock us out of this expectation. We realize that we have been taking things too seriously, that life is baffling, and that we should enjoy the ride. Our intuition and instincts harmonize. We come to sudden realizations that reshape how we relate with others. We could also learn new information, receive unexpected news, or experience a synchronicity that bears special significance. The stress of the day rolls off our backs as we throw up our hands and submit to the universe's grand plan.